some space going into the first corner, so try to keep it tidy.
Hey guys, how we doing? Just thought tonight we'd try something a little bit different. We'll play a little bit of Formula 1 2017 for a change, so away we go. Hope you're all well. Probably I will struggle to read your comments, but we will do them at the end of the race, guys, so don't worry about that. Exactly. Fun just to try something a little bit different. Down fourth at the minute, so see if we can get a few placings back. A little bit wide there. So we're going to get a time penalty as well. like we're getting fourth, guys. Yeah, there we go. Not too bad.
Take care of the car on the way in.
Hey up, Nick. Yeah, what in a racing car, buddy. Didn't do very well that lap, but. Hey up, Jack Morrison. How you doing, bud? So yeah, it's just a makes a bit of a change from farming simulator, so it's all good.
What was the key to this success?
Well, I think the track conditions just really suited their car today. Wind, track temperature, you name it. These cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature. So the more easily you can keep them there, the better your race tends to go. And that's exactly what happened.
So I'm a little bit disappointed with fourth place, but
So here they come now.
we only got this game today, so I don't think that's too bad.
The prancing horse flags are dominant in the grandstands, and they're out in force again today. It's Ferrari on the top step once more.
It is a good game. So it's something a little different for the channel.
Who was your driver of the day?
So there we go.
Well,
We started third on the grid and we finished down in fourth place. But we got 12 points. So that's not too bad.
And see you again next time.
So we'll move on to the next race. So it looks like we're heading across to China now. Yeah, it's all good, Nick. Like I say, I just thought we're good to try something a bit different from farming, to be honest.
Shanghai International Circuit then, a 16-corner high-speed thrill ride. The long and ever
I've been hammering the farming simulator stream, so to bring a new game to the channel is pretty good, I think.
Crosswind. 2 DRS zones will assist passing, and overtaking is available into turn 1 and of course down the kilometre-long back straight into the hairpin at turn 14. As the drivers complete their preparations, down
hopefully
below
we can
is
get
on
a
the
better
grid. One man who's no stranger
start
to
off the grid
pre-race
this time.
pressure is Anthony Davidson, who joins me in the commentary box today. Great to have you with us, Ant. I'm sure you can tell us all about what goes through a driver's head before lights out.
But from the moment qualifying's over, you start to feel the adrenaline in your body build up and the buzz in your stomach as we anticipate the run down into turn 1. It's all a bit like going into battle, and the unknown situation makes you nervous. Those pre-race nerves are a good thing.
Yeah, from what I've seen so far, this is an excellent game.
And of course, you have to make sure that all the procedures are second nature to you, so that they're not taken up.
So right,
Well then, after an exciting qualifying session yesterday, let's take a look at how the cars line
to the
up.
race.
Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, with Sebastian Vettel starting.
So we're in pole. So hopefully we can get a good start off the grid.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
Shocking start. Absolute garbage.
We're seeing permanent damage to the front wing. Be easy on the car till we get it repaired. We don't want to risk making this worse.
going to get 4th place again. Fourth. Yeah, well, never mind.
A great win then for the Maranello team today. And I have to wonder, Anthony Davidson, just what set them apart from the competition here.
Well, I think the track conditions just really suited their car today. Wind, track temperature, you name it. These cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature. So the more easily you can keep them there, the better your race tends to go. And that's exactly what happened. Their car just looks so comfortable out there.
And as we can see, it's time for the podium. And as the drivers make their way out, there's a familiar red suit making its way to the
Finish
top
4th,
step.
Nick.
Fantastic win for Ferrari.
Hopefully we can
Moving on to the driver
can make
of
the
day
podium.
then. Anthony Davidson, who would
So
you
that was
go
a bit
for?
of a
Sebastian
disaster. We
Vettel.
started on
He was
pole
a class
position and we
above
ended
today,
up down in
just an
4th.
absolute pleasure to watch.
So that wasn't
That's it
the
for today's
best at all. So the Bahrain Grand Prix. Let's hope we can do a bit better in this one. Hey, English Welsh, how are you doing, mate?
Welcome to Sakir for the start of the Bahrain Grand Prix. We hope you're ready for an exciting evening's action. Formula One returns to the desert today on this exceptional 3.36 mile circuit. 15 corners provide plenty of overtaking opportunities, and 2 DRS zones will help with that as well. It could be a strategic race, this one, with Sakir notorious for eating up the rear tyres.
Hopefully we can get a
Watch
better
out for drivers
start off the
managing their
grid
rubber
this time.
at some point during the Grand Prix. A tough race in store then for our drivers today, so tell me, Anthony Davidson, what will you be looking out for as the cars make their way down into turn 1?
Well, first of all, let's hope that everyone's well behaved and we can have a nice incident-free start. That initial release is going to be the most interesting thing. The clean side of the grid will be better rubbered in, so keep an eye out for cars over there potentially making their way through.
With that then, let's run through the grid order.
For the minute,
Valtteri
English
Bottas
Welsh, yeah,
lines
for the
up on
minute.
pole position, and starting alongside in P2 is Sebastian Vettel. Looking down the rest of the grid, we
So we
have
qualified
Hamilton,
in
Verstappen,
3rd place.
Felipe Massa and Ricciardo, Perez, Raikkonen, Sainz and Daniel Kvyat, Grosjean, Hülkenberg, Esteban Ocon and Stroll, Alonso, Magnussen, Pascal Wehrlein and Stoffel van Dorn. Palmer and Marcus Ericsson rounds off the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Right, let's be patient going into turn 1. We want to be in a good position for the rest of the race. Good luck.
fastest lap in. Two seconds ahead of Bottas, so
DRS is now enabled. If you're able to use manual setting of the car ahead, DRS zone.
there we go, first place.
That's P1. Race win. Well done.
So happy with that. A good win.
Brilliant stuff from Mercedes today.
No, I don't fancy
That's
doing
another
qualifying yet.
historic win.
English Ross, I'm just trying to get used to the
And Anthony
the
Davidson, give me
gameplay at
your
the minute.
thoughts. How did they accomplish this result?
Well, I think the track conditions just really suited their car today. Wind, track temperature,
Yeah,
you name it.
happy enough
These
with that one.
cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature. So the more easily you can keep them there, the better your race tends to go. And that's exactly what happened. Their car just looks so comfortable out there.
And here are our podium drivers today after that excellent race. They've excelled here, as they so often do, and it's a well-deserved victory.
Well, I just thought were a nice change from the farming simulator that we do. Try and bring a bit of variety to the channel.
And now I'd like to ask you, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
So,
It's
pretty
got to
good.
be Julian Palmer. He was in another
So we
lead
start
for me
third
today.
on the grid
Really
and we
impressive
finished
stuff.
in first
That's it
place.
for
So
today's Grand Prix, and from
not
Anthony,
too
it's
bad
goodbye,
at all.
and see you again next time.
exactly English Welsh from tractor to track. Exactly, buddy. We've just won that race, GD. We've just won that one, buddy. Then from track to air and GTA. Never say never, Nick. Never say never, buddy.
Hello and welcome from the Bahrain International Circuit here in Sakhir, where the drivers are
The
down
graphics
on
on
the
this
grid,
game
going
are
through the
amazing.
last checks with their engineers
Absolutely
before we can get
fantastic.
underway. We're
Yeah,
almost
something
ready
a
to
bit
go
different,
then, and
Eugene.
This is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position,
a little
with
bit different,
Sebastian
mate.
Vettel
Why not?
starting alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Verstappen, Daniel Ricciardo, and Massa, Perez, Raikkonen,
So we're starting in
Hülkenberg,
pole
and Carlos
this
Sainz.
time.
Stroll, Alonso, Esteban Ocon, and Grosjean, Kvyat, Magnussen,
see how we
Jolyon
get on
Palmer, and Pascal
this race.
Wehrlein. Van Dorn and Marcus Ericsson.
So guys, if you are enjoying the
now it's
new
almost
look,
time to
then
lights out,
hit that
so let's
like
go down
button.
to the track.
Stick a plough on the back.
One isn't too long, so the pack will be bunched up. Take care.
Seemed to get away not too badly that time. Putting a bit of headway between us and Bottas. Just whacked a fastest lap in there.
Race officials have enabled DRS. DRS is now available.
Well, we're getting first here. We started on pole, so looks like we've led from start to finish, which is excellent.
You worked hard for that one. Congratulations.
Yeah, it's a bit difficult to read the chat, GD, while you're playing this. Yeah, Kazra's co-driver reading the chart. God, can you imagine? I've heard she's good with a stick shift.
So, how exactly did they set themselves apart from the pack today?
Well, I think the track conditions just
Yeah,
really
you can always
suited
tell
their
when
car
I'm
today.
concentrating.
Wind, track temperature, you
I
name
do
it.
go a
These
little
cars
bit
come
quiet.
alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature. So the more easily you can keep them there, the better your race tends to go. And that's exactly what happened. Their car just looks so comfortable out
Well, like I say, I'm enjoying this. Hope
as
you
I say
guys
that, we
are
can see
enjoying
the
something a
drivers
little bit
coming out
different.
now to collect their trophies. It's yet more silverware to take back to their base in Brackley after another excellent Grand Prix. Now then, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
Let's give it to Kevin Magnussen. That was a commanding performance today. Very impressive indeed.
That's it for today's Grand Prix, and from Ant and I, it's goodbye and see.
So happy enough with that one. So looks like we're heading across to Russia. Let's see how we're doing in this one.
Well, hello and welcome to a very special race here today. We have some marvellous machines down on the grid that in just a few moments will be accelerating up to some really high speeds indeed to compete for a prestigious Grand Prix victory. Built on the shores of the Black Sea, the Sochi Autodrome is a 3.6-mile tour around some of the venues built for the 2014 Winter Olympic Games. Close barriers may make overtakes more challenging.
Hey Paul, how are you
With
doing?
56% of the lap taken absolutely
Welcome to the
flat
stream.
out, we certainly won't be wanting for pure speed. A fitting arena then to do battle at the pinnacle of motorsport. I, for one, can't wait to get started. And there's another very excited little chap here beside me as well. It's our very own Anthony Davidson. Great to see you again
We're
today.
up into second
Thanks for that,
place in the
Crofty.
Drivers'
And I'm
Championship.
really anxious to get underway here. We've got all the makings
6
of a great
points
race today.
behind
World
the
champions
leader.
in competitive cars, lots of drivers on form, and I suspect a few strategists on the pit wall looking to try something a bit different and maybe jump their cars up the order.
So before the off, let's remind ourselves of yesterday's qualifying session with a look at the starting grid. Lewis Hamilton lines up on...
So we won't bother with the starting grid again.
You should have some space going into the first corner, so try to keep it tidy.
Try and avoid is Verstappen doing?
We need to take it easy to avoid making the problem worse.
Out the way.
Start was okay, now stay alert. Threats around you.
Shit. Take the back wheel off then. See if I can get Raikkonen going into the straight. Yeah, there we go.
Great work. That's it, you fastest lap of the race.
What a manoeuvre. Pick up another win. Nice.
You did it, good job.
Yep, Sheila, no problem. Better than watching Strictly. Good, good. Glad you're enjoying English Welsh. Hey, game player.
A great win there
No,
for
it's
the
not
Mercedes
multiplayer. We're
team
just
today.
Just doing some first look gameplay on this.
What do you think made the difference here?
Well, I think the track conditions just really suited their car
Having
today.
a bit of a
Wind, track temperature,
bit of
you
a
name
different
it.
stream for the
These cars
change.
come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature. So the more easily you can keep them there, the better your race tends to go. And that's exactly what happened. Their car just looks so comfortable out there.
And here are our podium drivers today after that excellent race. They've excelled here, as they so often do,
Yeah,
and
first
it's a
place, there we
well-deserved
go.
victory. Mercedes, then, are on top today.
Right, heading to now. I hope it's not Monaco, because I am absolute
Moving on to the driver
pants
of
at
the
that.
day, then. Anthony Davidson, who would you go for?
Difficult call, but I'd like to say Esteban Ocon. He's
see
just
where we
so
are
gifted
in
at
the
getting
standings.
the most out of his tyres.
Oh,
and
so
he
we're
showed
in
that today.
first position
That's it for today's
on
Grand Prix, and
99
from Anthony,
points.
it's goodbye,
We've got
and see
Vettel
you
on
again next
98
time.
and then Bottas down in 81, my teammate. So nice, we are leading. So we're in Spain. Like I say, I definitely would recommend this game. It is fantastic. I'm enjoying it.
Welcome to the Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya, a circuit that's seen some exciting racing throughout the years. Let's hope today's race will provide us with another chapter of drama.
Yeah, £38 it was on the Black Friday sale.
It's a sellout crowd of
It might have gone up a bit now, the
140,000 here today,
Platinum
as we
Edition, I'm
await
not too
lights
sure.
out for the 730-metre sprint down to turn 1 of this 2.9-mile racetrack. Overtaking
I think
is
it was
challenging through these
£55
16
at
corners, but
one
there's
point.
still a lot of high-speed excitement to be found, including the flat-out turn 3 and the terrifying blind right of turn 9. As the drivers complete their preparations down below us on the grid, one man who's no stranger to the pre-race pressure is Anthony Davidson, who joins me in the commentary box today. Great to have you with us, Ant. I'm sure you can tell us all about what goes through a driver's head before lights out.
But from the moment qualifying's over,
I am
you start
dreading
to
the
feel
Monaco
adrenaline in
Grand
your
Prix
body
because
build up
I
and
am
the buzz in your stomach as you
absolutely
anticipate the
garbage
run
on
down
that
into
track.
turn 1. It's all a bit like going into battle. And the unknown situation makes
No,
you
not
nervous.
quite, Paul.
Those pre-race nerves
Like I
are a
say, I
good
thought
thing.
we'd
The
mix
day
it
you
up a
don't
little
have them
bit.
means that you don't care
Why
anymore.
not?
And of course, you have to make sure that all the procedures are second nature to you, so that they're not taking up too much of your capacity.
Well then, after an exciting qualifying session yesterday, let's take a look at how the cars line up. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, and it's
Me and my
Valtteri
teammate
Bottas
are in-
that completes the front
teammates
row.
in second
Looking down
place.
the rest of the grid, we have Vettel, Ricciardo, Sergio Perez, and Hulkenberg, Raikkonen, Massa, Sainz, and Max Verstappen, Grosjean, Ocon, Daniel Kvyat, and Magnussen.
We'll knock that on.
Right, let's be patient going into turn 1. We want to be in a good position for the rest of the race. Good luck.
a bit wide. Back in with the car, spun out a little bit on us there. Take him, yep. See if I can chase my teammate down here now. Get him on the straight. Stay tucked in behind him, and then as soon as we see an opening, like now, hopefully we can take him. There we go. A bit wide on the track just then. Whoa. Stop looking where he's turning. Concentrate. Damn it. Doing that, should have concentrated on our own race and not worried about what Bottas were doing. I'm going to get punished there, cut the corner. Could get a time penalty for that. Yeah, shouldn't have lost that one. I don't know where we were going that English for. Christ knows. We made a mess of that one. We made a big balls up of that one.
So, another fantastic victory for the Silver Arrows. Tell me, Ant, what was the key to this success?
But we got 1-2 as a team, so
really suited their car today. Wind, track temperature, you name it. These cars come alive
towards
when
the
the tyres are just
Constructors'
at the right
Championship.
temperature. So the more easily you can keep them there, the better your race tends to go. And that's exactly what happened. Their car just looks so comfortable out there.
Well, I'm thoroughly exhausted after the excitement of that race, but I'm sure it's nothing compared to our drivers here. They've worked hard to make it up there, and it's great to see them make their way out onto the podium. And now I'd like to ask you, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
Well, Jolyon Palmer did a great job coming through the field today, so my vote goes to him.
That's it for today's Grand Prix, and from Ant and I, it's goodbye, and see you again next time.
see where we're... Oh, my life, my days. Monaco. I am shocking at this map. Oh, this track, should I say. It's not a map, is it? Not on Farming Simulator now. Yeah, we are pretty dire at this one. It's not easy. Not easy at all. I mean, just look at the graphics, guys. They're absolutely fantastic.
It's tight, it's tricky, and there's absolutely no room for error. We're getting ready for lights out here in Monte Carlo.
I'm not knocking the gameplay on, guys, just so you can see what it's all about.
The astonishing Circuit de Monaco is, for all intents and purposes, virtually unchanged since its inaugural race back in 1929.
But we did get a DLC with the Platinum Edition as well.
The 19 corners past the casino and along the seafront remain as thrilling as ever. A 2.1-mile lap here takes us around an entire country, yet never more than inches from the race-ending barriers. I'm joined again today by none other than Anthony Davidson. Tell me, Ant, obviously there's a lot of development work that goes on with these cars between the races. You've been both a test driver and a race driver. What differences are there in the way you approach those roles?
Interesting question, Crofty. They're two very different mindsets.
The DLC we got with it, we've got some classic Formula 1 cars, English Welsh.
Testing where per driver you'd cover up to 15,000 kilometres per season. And in that role, it was more about working for the team.
Yeah, it's a fantastic game. I'm really enjoying it. Spent about 2 hours on it this afternoon. And then I did promise we would do a stream on it, so...
When you're lining up on the grid for a race, however, your
thought,
frame
why
of mind
not?
is all about what you can get out of the situation.
Let's get ready for
the
the giggle on this map.
to help you achieve what you want. You still want to focus
Not
on
map,
the setup, of course,
track,
but it's
Terrier,
more about the
track.
here and now, getting yourself as far up the field as possible, and less about development work for the future.
With that then, let's run through the grid order. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and starting alongside in P2 is Sebastian.
Tell you, we won't finish on first position on this one.
Okay, don't try anything silly into one. It's going to be crazy in there. Just do your best to stay out of trouble.
Yeah, very tight. Very tight indeed. I don't think we'll finish this this course yet. This corner here, it's an absolute bitch. That is awful.
Alright, so we've been okay with damage. How many times should we be okay to continue? Cost us a little bit of time, but we're near the end of the race. The front wing is badly damaged. You've lost a lot of downforce on the car. We're here to come and fit you a new front wing.
God damn, there we go. Told you that map was a bad. See what the replay did. Yeah, we lost all downforce on the car because we smashed the wing. So we didn't even manage to make it back to the pit wall. We'll retire from this session. So that was a bad day at the office. Yeah, I know, I need to stop calling it a map. Track. So that was not a good day. Not a good day at all.
That's a fantastic performance from Ferrari. It hardly looked in doubt. And I have to wonder, Anthony Davidson, just what set them apart from the competition here.
Well, I think the track conditions just really suited their car today. Wind, track temperature, you name it. These cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature. So the more easily you can keep them there, the better your race tends to go. And that's exactly what happened. Their car just looks so comfortable out there.
So, here they come now, out onto the...
We'll knock
Now
it
then,
onto
Anthony
the
Davidson, who was your
next
driver
race.
of the day?
Well, he had a great drive today, somewhat...
The Canadian Grand Prix. Hopefully we can do a little better this time. Let's say I'm going to have a little bit more practice on that Monaco track. It's not an easy track, that, by any stretch of the imagination.
Here we go again then for another round of Grand Prix action. The conditions are just right to spice up the racing in this part of the world today, and we're all itching to get underway. We'll be seeing top speeds of around 210 miles an hour here at the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve, with around 2/3 of the lap taken at full throttle. High-speed chicanes spell potential danger, especially at the infamous Wall of Champions. And watch out for overtaking into the hairpin and the final chicane. Joining me to talk you through the action today is Anthony Davidson. And give us an idea of what kind of thing you're going to be looking out for today.
Well, the big question for
So
me
we're down
is
in
whether or
third
not
now in
we're
the
gonna
Drivers'
see the cars
Championship,
able
so we
to
could
follow
do
each
with-
other closely enough to overtake,
do
especially
with
through
picking
the
up
fast sections here.
maximum
Of course,
points here,
we've got
if we
DRS,
can.
and that will help on the straights, but it's still no good if you're coming off the previous corner too slowly or too far behind.
We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like.
Don't need to see the starting grid. Mr. Terexi, hello.
Okay, the run into turn 1 isn't too long, so the pack will be bunched up. Take care.
Away then again. Start. Ooh. That was not what we wanted. Not a good start at all. Certainly got our work cut out now. Down in ninth. Not a good position to be in. points position here, so... I don't like that stunt we've just pulled on him.
That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up.
At least we managed to get back into a point scoring. Yeah, oopsie daisy, Mr. Turexy, you're right there. Is this Dodgems? Yeah.
Another excellent
Yeah, it
win
should be,
from
shouldn't it?
Ferrari. And Anthony Davidson, give me your thoughts. How did they accomplish this result?
Well, I think the track conditions just really suited their car today. Wind, track temperature, you name it. These cars come alive.
And as we
Knock
can
that
see,
on.
it's time for the podium. And as
Let's
the
keep
drivers
watching
make their way out, there's a
the celebrations.
Moving on to the driver of the day then. Anthony Davidson, who
So
would
we
you
started
go for?
in
Let's give it
pole
to Lance
position and we
Stroll.
finished in
That was a quality
sixth.
drive from start to finish. He can be proud of
Not
that
good. Not good at all. Azerbaijan.
It's that time again. Time for some exciting Formula One action. Who will emerge victorious in the Battle of Baku? Well, we're just about ready to get underway, so welcome to the
No,
Azerbaijan
I had to
Grand
go on
Prix.
all the tracks yet, English Welsh. Not yet, buddy.
With 20 turns and a length of 3.7 miles, Baku City Circuit in the heart of the Azerbaijan capital is a real test of a driver's endurance, patience and precision. 90-degree corners through Sector 1 lead into a tightening uphill sprint as we start to circle around the old city. Then a 1.4-mile chase flat out through Sector 3 towards the finish line. Joining us today to oversee all the thrills and spills, it's Anthony Davidson. And great to see you. How are you feeling about the race today? And how are the circuit conditions from what you've seen?
We're third in the
It's looking a
Drivers'
bit cold out
Championship.
there, if I'm honest. These tyres do have quite a narrow operating window in terms of the temperature they need to maintain in order to extract the best grip. So with a cold track surface, it's going to be harder to keep those temperatures up, which will lead to lower grip and maybe more mistakes.
So before the off, let's remind ourselves of yesterday's qualifying session with a look at the starting grid. Good job yesterday from Valtteri Bottas. The Finn starts from pole position, with Sebastian Vettel starting alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we
So
have
starting in
Hamilton,
third
Ricciardo, Max
on the
Verstappen,
grid.
and Perez.
So let's see how we get on this time.
You should have some space going into the first corner, so I'll try to keep it tidy.
Get out of my way, Vettel.
Start was okay, no stay there. Threats raging. We're seeing minor damage to the front wing. Be easy on the car till we get it repaired. We don't want to risk making this worse.
Chunk off the front wing, that's never good. Car's all over his back end. Stop running into the back of my teammate. Try and get past him in a minute if we can. Check me on the inside. That would have been a bit cheeky by Bottas. Give me a bit of a nudge there. No need for that. at all. That corner a little wide. Yeah, happy days first. Yeah, take Vettel out, yeah. 5 and none. Cheers, Paul.
Brilliant stuff from Mercedes today. That's another historic win.
Well, that's it. I just fancied bringing
How
something
exactly did they set themselves apart from the pack
different to
today?
the
Well, I think
the
the
channel.
track conditions just really suited their car today. Wind, track temperature, you name it. These cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature. So the more easily you can keep them there, the better your race tends to go. And that's exactly what happened. Their car just looks so comfortable out there.
So as I say that, we
Yeah,
can see the
first,
drivers
happy with that.
coming out now to collect their trophies. It's yet more silverware to take back to their base in Brackley after another excellent Grand Prix.
So what do you guys think to this game? I think it's bloody awesome.
And now I'd like to ask you, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
I'm going to go for Marcus Ericsson. He's clearly got a very delicate touch in close proximity to other cars, and he's matured a lot over the past few
We
seasons.
started third on the
Served him well
grid
today.
and we got
That's it for today's Grand Prix. And
First,
from Anthony, it's goodbye.
I'm well
and
happy
see
with
you
that.
again next time.
well happy. So heading over to Austria.
Two hours outside of Vienna is Spielberg, a spectacular circuit with dense forests and rolling hills as a backdrop. What a destination for today's race. Time to get ready for the Austrian Grand Prix. The Red Bull Ring then, 700 metres above sea level. This tough circuit may only have 9 corners, but they're fast and they're bumpy. It's a true test for any racing driver. We have 2 DRS zones and watch out for overtakes into turn 2 as the uphill entry helps those trying to be the last of the late breakers steam up the inside. A tough race in store then for our drivers today, so tell me, Anthony Davidson, what will you be looking out for as the cars make their way down into turn 1?
Well, first of all, let's hope that everyone's well behaved.
They're only
and we can have
25
a
points
nice
behind
incident
Vettel.
Pre-start. That initial release is going to be the
In
most
the Drivers'
interesting
Championship.
thing. The clean side of the grid will be better rubbered in, so keep an eye out for cars over there potentially making their way through.
Well then, after an exciting qualifying session yesterday, let's take a look at how the cars line up. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, and starting alongside in P2 is Sebastian Vettel. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Raikkonen, Bottas, Daniel Ricciardo and Massa, Verstappen, Hulkenberg, Ocon and Sergio Perez, Kvyat, Sainz, Romain Grosjean and Magnussen, Palmer, Stroll,
Yeah,
Fernando
plenty of
Alonso,
races
and Pascal
left
Wehrlein.
yet.
Van Dorn and Marcus Ericsson rounds off the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
Right, let's be patient going into turn 1. We want to be in a good position for the rest of the race. Good luck.
Slow away there. That guy's the graphics art. Amazing. So it's a little bit different from doing the farming. So I might integrate this game in with the farming simulator as well. So I've got a bit of variety. Some serious laps in here. Absolutely hammered that.
Race win. You've really been great today.
Right, guys, we'll probably do one more race, and then I'm going to have to call it there.
And Mercedes have pulled off a great victory here today.
So I'm taking,
Anthony, what do you think made the
I'm taking the
difference
missus
Well,
out
I
for
think
the
the track conditions
her
just really
birthday
suited their car
tonight.
today. Wind, track
Not
temperature,
literally
you name
taking
it.
her out with a
These
shotgun
cars
or
come
anything like
alive
that.
when the tyres are just at the right temperature. So the more easily you can keep them there, the better your
So
race.
we'll
And
knock,
here are our podium drivers
knock it
today
onto
after
the
that
next
excellent
one.
race. They've excelled here as they
Yeah,
step
taking
down
her
than
for
Anthony
a few
Davidson.
drinks,
Who was your
English Welsh
driver
for her
of the
birthday.
day?
Oh, maybe Marcus Ericsson?
50th, bloody
Yes, I
hell.
think I'll commit to
Don't
that
let her
one.
hear you
Marcus.
say that, Jesus Christ. So I'll just do the British Grand Prix at Silverstone. '60th. It's gonna kill you, mate.
It's Sunday afternoon and that means it's time for Formula One. This week finds us in the lush English countryside as the teams make their final preparations before the start of the British Grand Prix here in Silverstone. The 3.6 miles
Silverstone.
of the Silverstone circuit in Great Britain is hallowed ground to the Formula One faithful. We have 18 corners that wrap around this former World War II airbase and some good passing opportunities at the end of the DRS zones on the
Yeah, you're
Wellington
right there,
and
buddy.
Hangar Straights. I'm joined again today by none other than Anthony Davidson. Tell me, Ant, obviously there's a lot of development work that goes on with these cars between the races. You've been both a test driver
15
and a
points
race
behind
driver.
Vettel.
What differences are there in the way you approach those roles?
Interesting question, Crofty. They're two very different mindsets. I mean, when I tested for BAR, we had full in-season testing where, per driver, you'd cover up to 15,000 kilometres per season. And in that role, it was more about working for the team, trying to help them improve the car and drive as systematically as you could, so that that data could be analysed in the most consistent way. When you're lining up on the grid for a race, however, your frame of mind's all about what you can get out of the situation on that day, and the car's the tool to help you achieve what you want. You still want to focus on setup, of course, but it's more about the here and now, getting yourself as far up the field as possible, and less about development work for the future.
With that then, let's run through the grid.
Okay, the run into turn 1 isn't too long, so the pack will be bunched up. Take care.
coming in to win our home race.
Superb driving and the race win.
Happy days. Just won our home Grand Prix.
A great win then for the Mercedes team today. Tell me, Ant, what was the key to the success?
Well, I think the track conditions just really suited their car today. Wind, track temperature, you name it. These cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature. So the more easily you can keep them there, the better your race tends to go. And that's exactly what happened. Their car just looks so comfortable out there.
Welcome then to the podium, our top three drivers. What a great effort from them today in a very difficult race.
It's been good, that. I've really enjoyed that. I hope you guys have enjoyed it as well. Something a little different to the channel.
Moving on to the driver of the day then. Anthony Davidson, who would you go for?
So there we go, we
Well, I
started
have to give it to
first
Kimi Räikkönen.
on the grid in our home Grand Prix and we won it.
Sensible driving.
So
He can
well
be pleased
chuffed
with
with
his
that.
performance today.
That's it for today's Grand Prix, and from Ant and I, it's goodbye. And see
So
you
guys,
again
I'm
next
going to
time.
say thank you very much for joining me tonight. Like I say, I think we will carry on with this on the channel. So until next time guys, take good care of yourselves. Ta-da!